All right, counterpunch boxing. How we doing out there, YouTube? Okay, tonight, man. Well, first of all, we had a great night of boxing. December 10th, we had HBO had a ton of fights on Showtime as well, and we've been talking about tonight for about a month now, but. I put out videos already. Charlo, Julian Williams, Abner Mares versus Cuellar, Terrence Crawford, John Molina Jr. Now my final video, and it is about 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been working hard for you guys tonight. It's just a lot of fights to watch and go over. But the final one, Anthony Joshua and Eric Molina. And it's really not a big surprise how the fight went down. It was a total of 8 minutes. The fight ended round three, Anthony Joshua winning by TKO. The whole fight, Molina looked terrified, looked scared. Not one meaningful moment in the entire fight. I don't even think Anthony Joshua broke a sweat, to be honest with you. Now, after the fight, during the fight, they had Vladimir Klitschko in the audience, and you're looking at the picture right there. He came into the ring afterwards, and then they announced Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko 2017 in April. So we got Klitschko, Anthony Joshua coming in April. I'm excited about that. I mean, that's going to be a great fight because, I have a lot of questions about Anthony Joshua. You know, now he's 18-0, 100% knockout ratio, 27 years old. It's like, who is this guy? What is he capable of? Is he the real deal? And it's really hard to tell. I know a lot of guys out there, they call him, a bodybuilder, wannabe boxer, a fraud, this, that, the other, but, look, Eric Molina, yeah, sure, he's not, top level opposition, but, he's not just some easy guy to blow out the ring and just to completely walk through and dominate for 8 minutes until you feel like, ending the fight. Because I think if Anthony Joshua wanted to, he probably could have ended that fight in like round one or maybe round two. Anthony Joshua barely broke a sweat in his third round TKO stoppage over Eric Molina. He just dominated from the very beginning. Pushing Molina back to the ropes, constantly walking him back. Molina really had nothing to offer. I don't think they hit the center of the ring one time. It was basically Anthony Joshua backing up Molina all night, and Molina, he looked terrified and really uncomfortable, from bell to bell. So basically, that gave us the Anthony Joshua Klitschko fight. And like I said, I think it's a great fight. And, Klitschko, I was looking at his record earlier. Okay, he has 4 losses. Now, we all remember the Tyson Fury loss, right? But going all the way back to 1998 against Ross Pure. I can't even know his name, like Purifity. I can't pronounce it, but some guy he fought way back in 1998. Now, the reason I bring that up, Purity, it's like Ross, Puritti, Purity, probably like Purity, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But I bring that up, 1998. It just shows you this long, incredible career that Vladimir Klitschko has had. Really, when you look at his career, it's really incredible. So, and Anthony Joshua, whenever Klitschko got into the ring, obviously he had a ton of respect for Klitschko, a lot of mutual respect. So I was glad to see that. I like a little fight hype in the beginning, maybe a little back and forth. But, whenever you have guys at that level, they're kind of at the top of boxing or whatever, you want to see a little bit of class and you want to see them represent boxing in the right kind of way. David Hay, ringside, calling the fight right there. He knows he's out of his league. Looking at Anthony Joshua, looking at Vladimir Klitschko, he already Klitschko already beat David Hay. Guys like Povetkin, Jennings, Pulev. I mean, it's just an amazing career. So really, if you get bored, just pull it up. Four losses. Let's see, one in 2003, one in 2004, and then the original one in 1998 against Ross Peretti, what the hell ever. So, and of course Tyson Fury. Now that Tyson Fury loss, I mean, I really think that. Well, here's the question, actually. I can't jump to that conclusion and say, well, I really think that, Vladimir Klitschko just had an off night against Tyson Fury. Did he? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's the question. I think he did. For whatever reason, I mean, he was off, but could it be that he's like permanently off? Was he kind of misfiring one night, or is it like a permanent thing? I don't know. And maybe it's his time to go and pass the torch to Anthony Joshua. That's a possibility. It happens to every great fighter, and or there is another possibility too. Maybe Klitschko can kind of crank out a couple more fights, two or three more, where he looks great and he wins and he becomes, a belt holder again, a champion again, and then he will retire. But I think it's catching up with him. Vladimir Klitschko, he's 40 years old. He turned 40 March. So let's see, where are we at here? We are in December. So next March, in about 3 or 4 months, he's going to be 41 years old. Okay, Anthony Joshua, young man, 27 years old. Big age difference. Now, their size. Okay, they're both 6'6". Let's see. Anthony Joshua has an 82-inch reach, and then Vladimir Klitschko has an 81-inch reach. So, physically, they're pretty much identical. Now, whenever Tyson Fury was in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko, it was like Vladimir was the smaller man. And I don't think, Klitschko is accustomed to that. He's always the bigger guy, kind of looking down on his opponent, like David Hay. And really, the Joshua Molina fight kind of reminded me of the Klitschko David Hay fight, where although I think David Hay did a little better, but where he's just kind of running and he's like terrified. I mean, it's like a pit bull and a puppy in the ring. You know what I mean? It just is. Tonight was a complete domination by Anthony Joshua, and I've got to ask, is he the real deal? I mean, what do you guys think? Like, I'm like really intrigued here. At first I was like, I don't really like the heavyweight division. I mean. But whenever someone new comes along, really like a Anthony Joshua or a Deontay Wilder, I get excited because I'm from the Tyson era. Whenever when I was coming up, Mike Tyson was like he was like a hero. I'm telling you, when we were kids. I mean, so now that we're looking for that next Tyson. I mean, I think Tyson kind of set the bar. And I'm not comparing him to Muhammad Ali because, of course, Muhammad Ali, set the original bar. But think about Mike Tyson and all the respect that he gave to Muhammad Ali, right? So who did Tyson pass that torch to? I mean, maybe he passed it to a generation, not necessarily an individual, but a generation. That's a good way to look at it. You had Muhammad Ali basically passing that torch to Tyson. Tyson got redemption for Ali, avenging Ali's loss. Okay, now and then Tyson went on and basically passed the torch to a generation. A generation being, the younger upcoming heavyweights. So, and is Anthony Joshua, is he going to be the guy that carries that torch? If he beats Vladimir Klitschko, I won't be convinced because you know why? Well, because I mean Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. Tyson Fury, I mean he's this lanky arm flailing amateury looking guy, just so it's kind of hard to say, oh well, Anthony Joshua, beat Vladimir Klitschko. Now he's like GOAT, or as far as he's the greatest of all time, heavyweight or whatever. It's going to be hard to make that determination. I mean, to me, he's going to basically have to clean out that division. Beat Deontay Wilder, beat Povetkin. Oh, and then we got oh man, who's that? There's an upcomer right now, and I don't. He's not a well known now. I wish I could think of his name. He's a prospect, but I think he's another, kind of a sleeper. Guys aren't looking for him, but he might come alive next year in 2018. I'm gonna make a video actually about the prospects, the upcoming guys. I mean, there's so many of them out there that I wanna talk about. But anyway, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, is Anthony Joshua, is he the next guy that's going to dominate the heavyweight division? I mean, it's kind of hard. Like I said, if you want my opinion, maybe it's a maybe, but he's got to beat Vladimir Klitschko. He needs to clean up the division, at least beat the top guys, like I said, Deontay Wilder, guys like him, and then maybe so we'll see. But yeah, like I said, it's been a long weekend of boxing, and if you guys want to watch any of the fights, you can go over to Counterpunch Boxing, our group, not the like page, but the group, and we cover the fights live, and you can go there and watch them. We basically record them live on Facebook mentions. That way, you guys can check them out. So, but a lot of times, Facebook will pull them down. So, if you want to get in there and watch it, you might want to do it tonight or tomorrow. Tonight being, what is tonight? Saturday night, December 10th. So, anyway, guys, like always, like, share, subscribe. Again, thank you for all the support. The channel is growing at a really, tremendous rate, and we're getting bigger and bigger and better and better, and we have a lot of great things coming your way. I'm going to line up a couple of interviews. One with the Charlo brothers. And, congratulations to Jamar Charlo tonight defeating Julian Williams. But he is now moving up to middleweight. He's going to vacate that belt, move up to middleweight. And I think he's chasing Gennady Golovkin. And if that happens, that'll be a hell of a fight. Although I don't believe Golovkin will get credit for it. So he needs to go to middleweight, build up his name, and then, get the clamor going, get the talk going, get people, wanting the fight. And but I think it would be a great fight. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but right now I think Charlo is Golovkin's biggest threat at middleweight. I mean, there's just nobody out there. Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, look at that last fight. Terrible. Canelo Alvarez. No. So boxing's changing. It always does. The landscape changes, and usually it happens about this time of year. This is kind of the transformation time for boxing, leaving or going into the new year, into January. Anyway, guys, leave your comment below. Please subscribe. Counterpunch Boxing. We are tired, and we are out.